Hey, Britton from Percy here. I'm going to make this video about optimizing your listings. And this one is going to be not just about optimizing keywords, but rewriting your whole listing. So, usually when you're optimizing a catalog, uh, the catalog will tend to be in one of two states. Either all the text is great, the product information is great, it's just that there maybe are no keywords or that the keywords are old and you need to update them. In that case, you just want to do optimizing keywords. But often the listings are either way too short, there's no information there, maybe there's two or three bullets and each one's 2 or 3 words long. Um, so no one put any effort at all. Or maybe the listing just isn't in a good state and you need to start over from scratch with new keywords. So this one, we're going to talk about rewriting the listing. So getting a whole new title, getting a whole new set of bullets with new keywords in there. In this case, if you saw the import video, there were a few big problems. Number one, these bullets are way too long, so these keywords aren't going to index very well on the bottom. Actually, they won't index at all. And there's also a bunch of restricted phrases in here. Things like satisfaction guarantee, high quality, premium, stuff like that. We got to get those out. So in this video, I'll show you how you can take a catalog that you want to rewrite, all the listings in that catalog. You can do it all at once with Percy. So the first step that you would have seen before is we imported our catalog into Percy. So you'd have all your listings in your dashboard here. I imported an extra listing. So I've got two duplicate listings here just so we can do a before and after comparison of what was the listing like when we first imported it and what's it going to look like after we've optimized everything. So we've got this trekking poles listing here and our optimization score is 50. I'm going to open this up so we can see what it looks like now. Here are these phrases that we don't want. Premium, perfect. These bullets are way too long. You can see all this. Whenever this is turned to color, that means, hey, heads up, it's too long here. So we're not going to optimize this one by one because the goal is you want to do this across your whole catalog at once. If you have 200 listings, you want to optimize everything in about 5 minutes. So we're not going to do any work in this listing generator. What we're going to do is go to bulk listings. We're going to go to bulk tools. The first thing I'm actually going to do is copy this ASIN. So we have it to put into our spreadsheet. So bulk tools work on spreadsheets just like the listing import does. And when you come here, you're going to see this dropdown that says create new listings. If you click it, you can also select update saved listings. This is the optimization setting in the bulk Amazon generator. So if we click this, now we're in optimize mode. We're not creating new listings. We're actually working on saved listings that are already in Percy. I'm going to go to 2 steps. I think this is better for the optimization part, so just so you can see both steps each separately. And every time you click one of these options, it's going to change the template link here. So make sure that you've got the right options that you want here. Just to back up 1 second, I explained the update save listings. So that one step is finding new keywords and generating a new listing all in 1 step. 2 steps is finding keywords as 1 step, and then you can check it, update it, whatever you want to do, and then updating or optimizing the listing is a 2nd step. So at least for optimizing, I like this way. So I've got 2 steps selected, and I'm going to click this link here to get our template. I'm going to click make a copy, and you'll see us here in Google Sheets. This is our organized template where everything's already formatted the right way you need it to be. This first tab here is just the instructions, step by step, for how to do the whole process. If you click down to bulk keyword research, this next tab over, you're going to see a few columns, and I'll show you how this works for keyword research. SKU is optional, but I found with a lot of big catalogs and big brands, sometimes their products were so similar that they liked to have the SKU in the results file so they could actually check SKU by SKU. You don't need it, but it's good to have. The ASIN, this is actually a must. If we're updating saved listings in Percy, the ASIN is the code that we use to make sure that we're working on the right saved listing. So that's why I copied that in before. I'm going to put in the ASIN of that listing that was in the dashboard. Now, we have two columns here, competitor ASINs or search keywords. And if I opened up the keyword research tool in Percy, you'd see how this works. We can search competitor ASINs and or a root keyword in Percy's keyword tools. Depending on what you've got, we can do one or the other or both. So in this case, I don't have any competitor ASINs already picked out. So I'm just going to delete this and I'm going to put in hiking poles. Is that the word they use? Yeah, trekking poles. I'll use hiking poles as a search keyword. If you already have a bunch of competitor ASINs found for your catalog, that's great. Plop them on in there and you'll get even more keywords. But this is really all we need as a baseline to go off of. So that's a search keyword. The one thing that I should mention is we do need at least one of these. So you can't do keyword research without either an ASIN to do reverse keyword search or a root keyword to search off of. So we need something in one of these two columns. Then finally, there's this keyword strategy column. So in Percy, we automate keyword research using strategies. So we're going to find all the raw keyword results that come from the search keyword hiking poles. If we had ASINs, we would also be pulling all the keywords off of those ASINs. And then this strategy is how we decide which of those keywords are most important for your listing. Which ones should be in the title? Which ones should be down towards the bottom of the description? Which ones should we not even use at all because the metrics aren't good enough? And we have all these different options. I'll actually zoom in here quickly so you can see. We have all these different options for different strategies that you might want to use. Maybe you really care just about keyword sales. Maybe you want to find ones that have high relevance, but not a lot of people are competing on that keyword with the low SEO competition. We always default to relevance plus search volume because we find that works really well across all the different markets. I find it gives great keywords, so I like to use that one myself. So I'll just stick with relevant search in this case. And the point here is that you're going to put all your ASINs in. So you'll grab all your ASINs, put them there, just like in the import file that we had before. Might as well just leave it open and copy that whole column right here. And then you'll put some kind of a search keyword. So that's really all you need for this to get working well. I'm going to download this, just like before, as a CSV file. And I'm going to go back to Percy. And in this step one, keyword research, I'm going to upload that file and I'll click research keywords. So in this optimization flow, the first thing that we're going to do is find a new keyword list. Maybe there were some old keywords, maybe there weren't, but we're going to get updated current keywords that are organized right, that are relevant to this product. And then from there, we can either optimize or we can rewrite. In this case, we're rewriting. But the goal here is we want to see a bunch of really rich, great keywords in this listing. So you can download this file, but because we're working on the listing itself, already saved in Percy, I'm going to go back to the dashboard just so you can see what this first step has done for us. So here we are back in this listing. You'll notice nothing has changed here. We haven't actually updated the copy yet. What's different is we now have a huge keyword list ready to go. So these are all ordered by relevance and search volume together. Percy's looking for a good combination of both of those two metrics. You'll see they're separated into the title keywords, into the bullet keywords, the description keywords. Some of them will already be crossed off just because, there's maybe 2,000 words over here, something like that. We're going to hit a few by accident. But we don't have many of these in the listing. So we really want to make sure we're getting all these keywords in. That's the first step. optimizing, we need to get our keyword list going. So we've just done that. And this will be the same across your whole catalog. So after doing this first keyword research step, all of your listings in Percy are going to have a sorted, filtered, cleaned up, organized keyword list ready to go. Now, the next step is we need to get this listing optimized. We need to get these relevant keywords in. We need to remove all these bad words that we don't want. We need to make sure these bullets are the right length. So now we're going to take this keyword list and we're going to rewrite this listing. So just like before, I'm going to come back to this optimization template that I already had open, and I'm going to go to this next tab over, bulk listing generation. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete these other rows to make sure that we don't get an error there. And I'll go column by column here. So first we have the SKU. That's just like the prior sheet, totally optional. Then we have the ASIN. This is crucial. I want to make sure that Percy's working on the right listing. And now we have a bunch of writing options that we can give Percy. We have different formatting choices and how we want this listing to show up. So the first one is tone of voice. You might have seen some of this in other videos, but I'll just quickly go over it anyway. We have 3 general standard tones in Percy that you can use. I might pick something like formal for this. We also have custom tones. So if you're using custom brand guidelines, that's what you would put in here. If you're rewriting, you would actually delete this drop down and put in custom _ the brand tone name. That's great. But tone of voice is a big one. We have length options for the bullets, the title. We have the bullet header style. So that determines, in the case of a listing, that determines what you want these to look like here, these bullet headers. There's the description HTML. This determines if you're using HTML break tags for a longer description or if you're using no HTML. And then we have a new column here. This is really important. So we call it action. And the idea here is if you want to rewrite everything, you would leave this at rewrite. If you want to leave all the text the same in your listing, but just optimize keywords in, so just get new keywords in and leave the listing as it is otherwise, you would choose optimize instead of rewrite. So this is really crucial. This is where all the choices go. If you click optimize, these won't really matter because we're not actually going to be changing the rest of the text. But with rewrite, all of those options are going to be important because we're rewriting everything. And then we also have bullet topics. This is optional. If you want to steer what the bullets are talking about, you can do that there. So just as with the other steps, the idea is you put all your ASINs in here through your whole catalog. And this is actually really important. Make sure that you are pulling down all of these other, oops, can I get that? Make sure that you're pulling down all the other columns. Just like the import step, Percy is not going to remember what the top row said. So it's only reading each row one at a time. So make sure that you're copying down all of the columns across each row for all the required things that you want. This also means actually that if you have a few different brands that you're working on and you want to do it all at one time, you could have one set of ASINs that's all formal and short, and you could have another set of ASINs that's all friendly, and maybe you have a different kind of formatting that you've chosen. So you can do every listing you want to do in the same spreadsheet. So I'll just delete that, and we've got our one row here to update this one listing. And this looks good to go. I'm going to hit File. I'm going to go to Download and download a CSV file. And here's the fun part. I'm going to go back to Dashboard. If you're not on the dashboard, you can always get to the bulk listing tools by clicking this here, bulk listing tools. I'm going to make sure I click Update Save Listings instead of Create New Listings. I'm not creating a new listing. And I'm going to make sure that I click 2 steps. so that I'm getting back to this page that I was on before. And now I'm on the listing generation step. So here I'm going to upload this file and I'm going to click generate. Okay, our listing is finished. You can click download to get the file. I'm going to just go right to the dashboard so we can see a before and after of what we've got. Just before I open this updated listing here, I'm going to open up the old listing so we can see what we were starting with. So here's, we didn't have any keywords, so who knows what kind of old keywords were in there, but you can see everything was way too long. We had a bunch of words we don't want in there. Now I'm going to go back to the dashboard and open up this new listing. And here we go. We've gone from a 50 or 60 listing score to a 90. And I think once those backend keywords load in, we're going to have 100. Yeah, look at that. We've got 100 listing score. We've got 18 keywords in exact phrase form. I don't see any restricted words in here. I'll just minimize the product details so you can see. Here are all the keywords that we've got in. Some of these may have been a bit long tail and probably the grammar or syntax was fixed so that they just aren't in there in exact phrase form. Hiking poles collapsible would have gotten proofread out. But you can see we've got 18 keywords. There's the search volume. All this green, these are all keywords in exact phrase form here. They're under 200 bytes, so everything here is going to index. Here's a rich description as well. Oh, we do have one. This is actually helpful. There's one red restricted phrase here. Joint. I know just because I have heard about this and built the tool. This is a keyword that can sometimes cause suppressions in CBD, in weed. So we're not in that category, so I wouldn't worry about this if I was me, but it's good to see that it's in there. Anyway, so there's the backend search terms. So this is a much better listing, and all the time, like this might have taken us about 15 minutes and I was stopping to explain stuff. This would now be the state of your entire new catalog. You would have gone from the before to after across all of your listings at one time, which is really cool. So yeah, this is the final state, optimized keywords, optimized copy. Now for the final step, across your whole catalog, you've now got this optimized copy. You see it on the screen. You can see the listing score. How are you going to get this all uploaded to your catalog? I'm just going to pull up the file that we got emailed to me when this optimization finished. So this will go to your account email when it's done. You can also download it directly from that bulk listings page. So this will be a spreadsheet results file, and each row is just going to be one of the products that you processed. So if you did 50 listings, you're going to see 50 rows here. And here's some of the input columns. Here is where you can really take this optimized copy and pull it into a flat file to upload. So you'll have 50 rows of titles, bullets. There's your description back there. This isn't as it's harder to see all the changes because we don't have any analytics in a spreadsheet. But one nice thing here that you can catch if you're just using the spreadsheet is we also have that restricted phrase detection in the spreadsheet results as well. So you can see what words might be a problem and where they might be. So the final step here is you can optimize all your listings in Percy using the bulk tools, and then you can take this final spreadsheet file that you get and use it in your flat file uploads to upload your whole catalog with new SEO, better converting copy. Yeah, that's really it. That's the whole optimization process in Percy across your whole catalog. If there's anything I can help with, if you have any questions, shoot me a note and let's have a chat. Thanks for watching, and I'll chat to you soon.